Look, I don't want to be vain. I'm going to let you know. I like to think that I'm just processing a change. I'm learning to love the face that I live in because it's cozy. It's cozy in there. Like living under Patrick Patrick Starr's rock. Like it's not going anywhere. It's practically attached to me like a turtle. But as my phone continues to judge me by repeatedly failing to recognize me, it's so insulting. And it's digital, it's technology, so there's no emotion involved, so that makes it hit even harder. I presume I probably need to do a rescan of my face so my phone can know who I am yet again, like a reintroduction. Hello, remember me? I bought you. I am your owner. This is my face. F you for failing to recognize who I am. Oh man. Well, there's one thing that bothers me, and maybe this is the truth behind it. Like, don't take it personal. Don't take it personal, self. The reality is, maybe I squint more than I used to, but I squint. And I didn't consider this a detrimental thing because everybody squints, right? Squint. If the sun's too bright, you squint. You have squinty eyes. If the wind is blowing, squinty eyes. Random kid throws fingers in your face. You ask him to step outside. But you're also squinting. I squint when I wake up. One eye's half open. I lean to the side. I don't even know where I'm walking half the time. I've gotten used to just walking blind. And then, maybe out of one eye, you got the sleep in your eye. You try and look at your phone, and maybe that's part of the problem. It's like, my phone's like, get yourself together. And then maybe we can have a conversation. No texting for you. And see, I did my phone, I put it on lock so that the baby will stop calling everybody in my organization that I work for. He was calling everybody who had a picture in my phone. He was going on to WhatsApp, just contacting random people. The man's running a business, a little side business that, I can't keep up with him. But I had to try and shut him down, my little prince. So I'm like, listen, boss baby, I can't have you getting paid right now because you're going to end up having to pay taxes. You'd probably make more than I did. We're going to end up in a larger bracket. It's just not going to work out. The finances, listen to me, the finances aren't going to work. I'm going to need you to be a kid a little bit longer. But yeah, he gets into it. So I had to put my phone on lock. And so now it requires my face in order to not only unlock the phone, but access the apps for phone, calls, texting, and WhatsApp. And then if it doesn't recognize me, let me tell you, like driving and I'm trying to look at my phone just so that it can recognize me, so it'll unlock. It's the most annoying thing on the planet. And that's spinning. But squinting. I squint when I wake up. I'm squinting now because I can't see. No, I'm just playing. I can't read what I wrote. But no, really. I've done this for as long as I can remember, since I was about 12. Yeah, once upon a time I was 12. And, I'd get hit in the head with baseballs. No harm done, I don't believe. Brain's still intact. I got a pretty thick head, thick skull. But, I couldn't see a football if it was flying at my face. That's my point. I do remember being in grade school and someone, I think it was it must have been a soccer ball. This is why I never liked soccer. Never got into it. It was like that bad sausage that you ate and then never revisited because it was horrible and you were vomiting for hours and hours. And then you're like, you know what? Sausage just isn't for me. And you kept that off the menu for forever. Same thing. I got hit in the head with a ball. And I was like, you know what? I don't know what ball, this soccer ball, but I blacked out. And I just remember walking through the playground. I remember getting a glimpse, like side eye, and then going down, and nobody did anything. This is how we grew tough youngins back in the day. Yeah, nobody did anything. There was no hand to pick me up. You just brushed it off and kept it moving. Uh, Same thing would happen years later when I was downrange, by the way, overseas in Iraq. Had a blackout moment. I'll have to talk about that. I'll talk that up in another episode because that one's a good story. But yeah, so I squint a lot. And are you a squinter? Am I the only one doing this? Like, this is why we have wrinkles, people. Like, stop squinting. Like, I've started to put my finger on my brow. And I noticed I was squinting for no reason. It's not like the sun was shining in my face. It's not like I was trying to understand someone, and I'm furrowing my brow or whatever. I just noticed I caught a glimpse of myself in the car window and I'm just like, maybe I'm just angry all the time. Like, what is happening? No. You guys ever play Fable? Oh, I meant to look that up. It's a game. Back in the day, I was playing it on Xbox with my little wee girl who is now almost 18. And mm, you run around. It's a story. I don't think it's RPG, but kick chickens. You got a storyline. You walk around and you wear any evil deed or good deed that you do, you wear it on your face. And by that I mean you have creases and scars if you do evil things, and then if you do good things, your meter moves toward the angelic side and you start to get a glow, an aura of delight. I don't know. Anyway, that's me. So now I'm thinking, I'm starting to get these. I don't have scars, but I have creases on my face, and I'm thinking, I mean, I said creases. They're getting there though. I can see the shadow, like if the light hits just right. And I'm thinking to myself, "Mm, Fable, man. Gotta go pray. I gotta go pray away the creases. Something's not right with my soul." Yeah. And I think there's some truth in that, even though it was just a game. Like, you do really wear your history on your face and on your body, of course. You got scars. I have a scar on my leg. A war. It's from war. No, actually, I stood on a glass table. How did this happen? This is funny. Okay. So I stood on I was in a dorm. I was in college. No, I was in high school, sorry. But I was also in a dorm. And there was a glass table top set on top of a wicker bottom. And I took a chair and I made sure that the chair, each foot was stationed above the wicker portion. So there was contact and there was support. Brilliant, right? Yeah. And then later I became an engineer. But anyway. Uh, engineer for the army. Go figure. Okay. So I stood on this chair because there was a mural on the wall that I needed to push the corner. It was peeling down. So I was going to push the corner up. I stood on the chair, started pushing it up. And my friend was like, "You're going to die. You're going to die." It was the most like precarious sort of a position that a person could be in. Like, it was like a chair on top of a vase, on top of, like, you name it, like a stack of books. And so, but anyway, she did not have faith. She did not believe in me. But I fixed it. I came down and I was like, yeah, see there? Maybe you should have more faith. And then, and I blame her for this, Denise. Yes, I won't say her last name, Denise. But not really. Her pencils that she was using for her homework rolled off the bed onto the ground. This is what you do in a dorm. Like, everybody hangs out, you do your homework together, whatever. And I stepped on it and I slid and I lurched back. Like, I tried to catch myself in the corner of the wall. One foot touched that glass table that apparently was so distressed. I barely like a hint of a touch with my sock. And it just exploded like the breakable glass on on a show on Magnum PI. I don't know. One of those shows where like, you're doing some tough stuff. I want to say Indiana Jones, but that they don't have breakable glass. Yeah, man. So, and it shot up and it sliced me. Hence, scar on my leg. But that's ignorance, though. That is not wisdom. Or maybe it's the sign of wisdom that I gained over the years. Damn scar on the leg. So you wear it. You wear your history to an extent. And then my face. I'm like, gosh, I don't want to be an angry person. I don't want to have angry wrinkles. And that's where the brow, that's where it is. That's where you house the anger is in the brow. So I'm like trying to rub it out, trying to, place books on it, heavy things. I don't know what to do. Oh, yeah. This is Better Moody, and you're listening to The Way Forward, by the way, in case you didn't realize 10 minutes in. Oh, here we go. Anyway, it was a windy morning in March. And this is when my matriarch mother decided to bestow upon the world the most gorgeous, untarnished, beautiful, bouncy baby that was me. And she did it in the most modest manner. You're welcome for all the alliteration, by the way. This is what I recall. I'm not the golden child, but I am certain that I am one of the favorites, one of 7. This was the first moment, the documented moment that I believe I was squinting. I hope I squinted. I know I was not looking around. I'll tell you that. So, little did I know, I would begin a journey that would pave the way for the subtle etchings that would grace my forehead at an age like this, at a time like this. So, yeah. I'm beginning to realize, though, that I furrow my brow and I squint all the time, and I'm not angry and I'm not upset. So I don't know why I'm acting like it. Maybe I'm thinking too hard. I need to think less. Less thinking, more living and loving life. But yeah, I don't know why it is that my face thought it was a good idea to bunch up right there. Just right there. Like, why can't we like bunch up like when we get angry, like bunch up on our toes or something like that? Or someone like your belly button just like purses some more. It's already wrinkly. Like just just scrunch up some more. But I think some of the crinkles and lines are adorable. I think it's whimsical. It can be. I think that your face, it's warm. It can exude an aura of warmth and coziness. Like your favorite chair, like your favorite leather chair, like some of the distressing and it looks good, right? But also sometimes it just looks distressed and old. Depends on how much you paid for it. But, and then others, they're shiny. It looks good, but also you slip and slide off of it. So I don't know. Pick your poison. I don't want to have a leather face, but I have to take care of this hide that I was bestowed and figure out how to transition and cure it. I sound like what are those guys that anyway, I have to take time and I don't like to. I'm not a routine kind of a girl. I don't want to go to the bathroom and spend an hour in the morning and an hour in the evening doing it up like special wash, 3-step, 4-step, 5-step process. Serums and lathers and creams and under eye this and whatever. Mask that. But huh, maybe it's a badge of honor, these creases. It's from being a serious soldier all the time. Sometimes I do feel like it's a bit of a show. But yes, if you are too jovial, it is not acceptable. So It's almost like it's a culture that breeds the creases. Or maybe it's from seriously contemplating leaving my kids at the mall or in a chocolate factory in Pennsylvania. That's specific. Yeah, I didn't think that. Joking. Thoughts never cross my mind when I traveled through New York on my way to Massachusetts. Did not cross my mind. But yeah. Anyway, this is a full on crease. Call it what you will. And I can see it again, lighting, but like if I raise my eyebrow and look surprised, it's no longer. So time got me, and time is coming for you. So you bolo, be on the lookout. The creases are coming. Attack of the Crease. It's like a B film that you just want to watch and see what happens. But mm, there are so many products out there that probably won't work well. But I'm ready to wage the war to reverse the handiwork of time and reclaim this kinder, lovelier, soft, and welcoming brow line that says, "Hi, I make cookies and I wear cute aprons and flat shoes and plant flowers all day." Oh man, I really want to do that though. And I put my hair in rollers. Oh man, I want to be that whole Grace Kelly vibe. I want to wear a scarf and I want to wear the glasses and the cute dresses. That's where I'm at mentally. And I want to get back to that. And maybe you just got to cover your face up. Like cover it up with a scarf. I mean, mostly. And call it cute. Anyway, to avoid the sun, the UV rays, right? The UV rays contribute as well. Anyway, like I said, I don't want to be vain. That is not my goal. Notable sources. I'm trying to avoid saying names. Notable sources in society say that this is not vanity. So, what is it? I'll tell you. It's a shallow preoccupation with appearance or achievement rooted in insecurity and comparison. I think of Issa Rae anytime I say insecurity. I, my friends, could only be accused of 2 out of the 3 adjectives in that sentence on any given Tuesday. You're welcome. You're welcome, me. I am looking forward to improving myself. And I think that that's self-love. It's self-care. There's nothing wrong with that, to be honest. I joke, I kid. A little bit of vanity. I mean, when you're giving all the time, when you don't look at yourself all the time and spend a lot of time on yourself, you can call it vanity if you will, but it's just a little bit of self-care and self-love. And that is acceptable. There you go. I stamped it. Your seal of approval. Go look in the mirror. It's okay to do so. And, put a little cream on, I guess. But that's me talking to myself, I guess. It's okay. I say it's okay. And there's a book on my desk. It's called The Natural Wonders of the World. Got it at Costco. Random, what do you call it? Just an urge, an impulse buy. I just saw it. I was like, it's pretty. I want it. Mine. Just like a kid with a wallet. And yeah, I took that. I bought that. I bought it on a whim just because it was pretty. And the hardcover has this framed opening with a textured picture underneath. And I'm touching it right now. It is oddly satisfying to run your fingers across this, what is it, a beveled surface? Is that what we call that? This raised surface, ribbed surface. Yeah, it's a picture of a national park in northeastern Brazil. There's so much of the world that we haven't seen, and here I am looking in the mirror. I mean, but there are several dips and grooves, depressions, draws, if you want to go into, land nav. There's land with the water weaving in and out of the terrain. And it's like a maze etched in this sandy soil. It's so pretty. Made me want to clean my whole room just so that my book would fit in here. I really did. I had to clean the whole room. I was like, this is disrespectful to this beautiful book. But it's beautiful. I think it's also interesting how something so beautiful in one context, like this earth with its dips and grooves and etches and whatnot. That's beautiful when it's in the earth, but on your face now, just slight adjustment. It is no longer what you're after. So in one context, it can be desirable and then undesirable in another. So I want to explore the aesthetic. I I wrote something for you. Hold on. Let's go. Let's go down this lane. Um, how about we explore the aesthetic, for example, melting. This is an example. So you have melting lava. Chocolate lava is what I mean. And it's on a decadent chocolate cake that you won't eat, right? Because sugar inside is not as good as sugar outside. You might put it on your face later, but I'm just saying, it's the smell. It's it smells so good. Melting, yum. How about melted butter on steak? See, that's sexy. It's sexy. I don't care what anyone tells you about red meat. It's savory sexiness on a plate. Put a little garnish on it for your greens. Another beautiful example. Yeah, but here we go. Melting. A melting countertop. Not so sexy. And plastic stove fixtures, like from an accidental fire in a tenant's apartment. Yes, because they left the bag of chips on the stove and turned on the stove and then just left. Yes, PFAs, yum. So, I mean, I wasn't there to partake, but I've been there before. It's almost as good, I imagine, as the AFFF. Yes, 92 foxes out there in the world. The aqueous film forming foam. Say it 3 times fast. Aqueous film forming foam, aqueous film forming foam, aqueous film forming foam. Yeah, actually I can. Brilliant, but also not brilliant, not good. Example where melting can be good, but also horrible. And it's crazy. You just change the environment, just tweak it. And then all of a sudden something that's amazing. What an amazing adjective is a throw it out. We don't want it. I don't want it in my home. Stop melting my home or my apartment or my tenant's apartment. Stop melting your whatever. Anyway, I mean, that was also oddly specific. Here we go. Try steamy. That's another good adjective. A steamy romance novel. Ooh. I haven't really read one in a long time. I haven't, but we went to Barnes& Noble the other day. We were just walking around, and it's 2 stories, and it's beautiful in Burlington. Yes, it's like a wonderland for kids and ideas. And I'm looking down the staircase, and there's a whole shelf dedicated to the romance novels. And I'm like, man, it was once upon a time, I used to spend summers on my bed reading romance novels. My mom just thought I was reading and educating myself, but they were very steamy. But yeah, still, it contributed to, I don't know, my intellect somehow. Steamy romance novels. Great. Amazing. Steamy espresso. Yes, espresso. Thinking Sabrina Carpenter. Here we go. I'm going to write it all the way in. Steamy text between you and that guy who smiled back at Starbucks. Mm-hmm. Followed by steamy showers. Mm-hmm. And then a steamy car engine the next day at 8 a.m. That's what doesn't work. Steamy, yes, yes, no. And it's raining. And there's steamy potholes everywhere just to rub it in your face. You pull over on the highway and whatever, it doesn't matter because you've got the other steamy memories to get you through that day. Still smiling in spite of the steamy, but yeah, it's bad. Hold on. I'm still in recovery, by the way. So I'm on the tail end of a horrible cold, just letting you know. We'll call it a cold. I don't know what happened. It slid into my chest. Sure, there's an adjective for that. Slid, slide, slides at Six Flags. Slide, mucus down your chest. Not gonna work. I'm sorry. Anyway, there's so many different routes I could take. Blow. Let's talk about blowing. I'm just like, I mean, no, honestly, this one can work. Blown. Here we go. Blown candles on a birthday cake. See? Absolutely PG and kosher. Blowouts. Hairdos, also great. Blowing kisses. Blowing kisses to my baby boy, Prince, when I drop him off at daycare. Oh my God, I love him so much. I could eat him. I could eat him. Remember It's a Wonderful Life, Zuzu's petals. Yes, I could eat. And I understand that so much, that phrase so much right now. I could just eat you up because I could just eat up my little baby boy in the best way, just with kisses. A fuse. Yeah, a blown fuse in your house because you ran the dryer, the dryer, the air fryer, and an LED mask all at the same time. Now it's dark. I mean, it's like 10 a.m. And why would you do all this in the dark? Why would you do this at night? Okay, it's 10 a.m., but the lights went out and you're all alone. You're introspective. And the little girl, your inner child that was riding the tricycle in your thoughts, because she does that like in the background every day, she stopped and she's looking at you dead in the eye, dead in the inner eye. And the gas on the stove, it's on, but it's not lit. Jesus. Cut to an aerial view of the house. And on Michael Bay's cue, 3, 2, 1, you know what happens. Uh, I really wanted to watch Frankenstein last night. Speaking of directors, yes. It's directed by Guillermo del Toro, the king of the dark fairy tales. So anyway, I'm going to do that today because it's a day off and it's a beautiful thing. But back to the house. Perhaps like that then. Like a light switch in the scene, it becomes off, turned off, and it becomes a moody pile of rubble. And because this is now fiction, you're still standing in the hallway with the plug of your LED mask in your hand. Yeah, and that's how that scene ends. Yeah. See, blowing can be good, 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 up until it's bad. Don't want to blow up the house. But yeah, that LED mask though, let's talk about that a little bit. There's so many different brands, and I was looking at that, but that was my overall point. I'm getting to it. See, it's a roundabout, it's a windy path all the way down to my final point. You have arrived. This mask, I think it would be awesome. I think it would effectively decrease my crease in my forehead, and therefore, my plan is to, much like, so if you recall in past previous episodes, I think it was like season 1, I contemplated for a very long time the purchase of a mattress, which I finally went in on, and it was like this, compromise with myself because I don't want to spend $3,000 to $10,000. Are you kidding me, on a bed? And like there are beds that are like $50,000. Anyway, that was all in season one. This is how I make purchases, people. I don't. That's what I do. And then I like argue with myself and I do cost comparisons and then I put it on the shelf and revisit it later. So much like that purchase from season one, I did the window shopping and I contemplated that overall cost and then I factor in things like my vanity versus the necessity of it all. So then I talk myself out of it. That's what I did with the mattress, yeah. But I did finally buy it. So I imagine one day I will buy the LED mask, like maybe 3 to 5 months later, when I see it glowing on the shelf of a Best Buy, singing its siren song to me. Then, yes, that is when I will take it to the counter. And then I'll stand in a ridiculously long ass line. I'll get impatient because who has time for that? And then I'll probably walk out of the store without it. After I made my kids wait in the car, hold on, guys. I'm just going to get this one thing real quick. Just wait on me. It was like 30 minutes later and I walk out with nothing. It's a good thing the air conditioning and the heater works on that. And they're old enough. It's not like I'm leaving babies in the car, people. I cracked the window. Anyway, this is real. I do have issues with making purchases. I have to feel the personal purchase. If it's for me, like if it's for my kids, I'm like, sure, take it all, clean out the bank account. But for myself, yeah, I think the stars have to align. Like we have to map it for months. The clouds will need to part. Angelic hands with a chorus behind it must hand me and load the product into the car for me. Like it needs to like float into my possession for me to go for it because man, I got mouths to feed. I got guilt I have to deal with. That buyer's remorse or whatever. What if it doesn't work right and then I spend all this money on it? So I'm looking at all the reviews. I'm doing the most when it comes to making a decision, unfortunately, for myself. And let's see. I mean, I've just got so many other priorities. I've got kids who are going to outgrow their outfits. And, even the ones that stop growing manage to outgrow their outfits, like every 3 months or so, every quarter. So this is a very calculated thing. And even if I don't make that purchase, what I might do instead is purchase like a Mega Millions lottery ticket because I think it's up to like $1 billion right now. Yeah, and like $1 billion, I guess it'd have to be like 3 billion or, like $300 million after the federal and state taxes. That would be enough to fill this crease in my soul because that's where it is. Like no one cares about this imaginary crease that no one can see except in very specific like lighting and shadows. Like if I held a flashlight underneath my chin, like I'm at a campfire, telling a campfire story or something like this. A campfire story? A scary story during a sleepover. Yeah, that's probably the only time you'll stay at. I don't know. Nobody cares. But I care. Some days I care. And it matters, I guess. It matters, except that I'm not doing anything about it. Anyway, but with $300 million, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it could fill that crease. So you're picking up what I'm putting down. Because after your bank account is full like that, then that crease suddenly morphs. It is suddenly hot and sexy. And you accept the creases. You want the creases everywhere, right? Like slap a few more creases in those sheets because it doesn't matter. I'm going to be sleeping in it all day. Or I don't know what else needs creases. Put some creases in my bread. Like, who cares? At that point, you don't care. Slap a few more creases in between those zeros in my bank account. Something like that. Yeah, I like that one. Yeah. Good things. So that is all that I have. You're listening to Better Moody, and this is the way forward. I'm going to be sitting here for about another 5 minutes, probably looking online at these masks till I get bored and decide to fall back asleep because, again, day off. I might be looking off into the computer screen, stoic, embracing the idea of my subtle creases and my unique, distinguished features. I hope you love yourself. Like all the amazing shapes and the geometry that is you. I invite you to, never mind me, but I invite you to do that. Check out your reflection, and not in a judgmental way. But, you might notice someone that you kind of like, that you might want to hang out with from time to time. You might even, throw out a subtle nod or a wink when no one's watching, or blow a kiss. Back to the blow. Yeah. Okay, sexy. All right. I'm going to see you in the next episode. That is... Oh, happy Veterans Day. Happy Veterans Day to all you veterans. And I'm out.